What's going on, guys? It's Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a lot of the new Milwaukee stuff. So there is a new Milwaukee pipeline out. I'm not going to play it, but it's right here on the link here for all the new Milwaukee stuff. I'll put a link in my comment below in the video if you want to check out all the tools here as well as that new pipeline. There is a ton of stuff, 161 new SKUs that Milwaukee is releasing here. So lots of cool new stuff here. Of course, starting things off, we have the new Forge battery packs. Now, I've heard some conflicting information exactly what Forge is. I don't have really a straight answer to give you guys because I keep hearing stuff kind of all over the place here. But I know that the Forge 6 amp hour, which is the battery right here, that is going to be basically a pouch cell battery, very similar to the things like the DeWalt Power Stack as well as the Flex. Whereas the larger stuff, like you're going to see in the MX Fuel and the Forge 12 amp hour, are going to be a tabless, I believe, type of cell, different than the pouch cells. But they're, of course, everyone's trying to do this new thing, going to this new battery technology. Which one's going to be the best? If I had to give my 2 cents on that, just I'm seeing Flex, DeWalt, Milwaukee go in these directions. Of course, they're going to see the most value on higher demand tools like chainsaws, cutoff tools, grinders, things like that. We're really going to see that. But I think the real winner out of this is going to be whoever makes the most reliable version of those. If we start seeing the DeWalts, the Flex, the Milwaukee start getting a ton of failures, that's going to turn people off with this new battery technology very, very quickly. And everyone's going to say, oh, lithium ions, way, way better. Just stick with the regular lithium cell batteries. So whoever really does it, the best out of the gate, I think is going to be the real winner there. Now, you could argue that, hey, did DeWalt do it correctly by coming with that 1.7 amp hour first? Because of course, having a smaller, cooler battery pack for like impact stuff that's working overhead, it makes sense on paper, hey, a cooler, smaller battery pack, that's awesome. However, though, these battery packs really show their, the true usefulness of them in the larger tools that are higher demand. So if I had to say, I think Milwaukee did it a little bit better coming with the 6 and the 12 right out the gate than, of course, coming with the 1.7. And I think DeWalt has it's a 5 or a 6. I think it might be a 6. Coming out way later than, of course, the 1.7. I think the Milwaukee's doing it a little bit better, but again, these are not released yet, so there's not a lot of testing done by a lot of different YouTubers just yet to really show, hey, what are the advantages of going with the Forge batteries, and of course, how reliable are they? So that's, of course, going to be the big question there to really see, hey, who did it better? I guess we'll find out there. So anyways, new tools, we have, of course, some of the larger battery chargers. We got the supercharger, the M18, and this is going to be a simultaneous supercharger, so charging two batteries at the same time. It can do any M18 batteries, but of course it's designed for the new M18 Forge batteries, which is very cool there. I found this new grinder here. This is a dual trigger braking grinder with one key. So this new grinder is basically going to have two triggers on there. I'm not really a big fan that the handle does not remove on there. It's a fixed handle, kind of annoying, but it's got its own trigger on there. So basically requires you to have two hands on the tool at all times when you're using it. That's great for safety and all, but not having the handle be able to be removed, that's kind of going to be annoying. Those do get in the way a lot when you're grinding on stuff, you're doing cutoff work. You gotta have that handle be able to move, maybe go up on top, go to the other side. That's kind of annoying there. So we'll see how well that does. That's probably going to definitely be not a tool that will be in stores. It's going to be purely going to be, got to be special ordering that tool there. All right, we have a bunch of new MX Fuel stuff here. We've got a concrete saw kit, cutoff tools, a lot of the new tools that we're going to see, of course, with MX Fuel. We do have a new M18 Blower. That's, of course, going to be the fuel. I saw a preview on this on another YouTube channel, and it does claim to be a bit quieter while also having a slight increase to airflow. So that'd be very cool to check that out. I'm surprised they released just an M18 version, a single battery, but they just released a dual battery version. I thought we'd see some more dual battery blowers coming out here pretty soon. It'll be kind of neat there. We have an M18 Fuel. This is going to be a dual battery backpack blower, so that is very cool to see. I will say, from checking out backpack blowers from other brands, unless you're going with, a ton of batteries, I believe this one is going to be, I think it's like 4 batteries, something like this on this one. Unless you're going like a ton of batteries, you don't actually get that much runtime on blowers. Even like my Makita XGT blowers, they are better than the LXT blowers. But again, though, it's nowhere near the amount of runtime you're going to see with things like gas. So that's going to be your one downside there. This is new, an M12. This is going to be your 18 gauge brad nailer. It's going to be a bit more compact, so that's pretty cool. If you're in the M12 line and you want to get a brad nailer, that's an option now, and that's pretty neat to see that coming out here soon. We do have a new high torque as well. We're also going to see a new mid torque and a couple other impact wrenches here too with this torque sense mode on here. Now I will say Milwaukee has always had that issue with their impact wrenches where they really have no cushioning between the battery and the tool. So we saw a lot of things coming out like these battery straps you'd see on impact wrenches. They claim to have fixed that on their high torques with like a battery, cushion system on there. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how those really do turn out here, if that really does fix the issue or not. A lot of other brands have got that issue, kind of down pretty well at this point. So interesting to see what Milwaukee will do with that here very shortly, if that actually does fix it properly. All right, moving on, we have the M18 Fuel half-inch router. That's becoming more and more popular. I believe the only other brand that has one out now is going to be Metabo HPT. So that's very cool to see. We're also seeing other brands get into that very quickly. New M12 jigsaw. That's also going to be fuel as well too there. New 16 gauge finish nailer is awesome. Many brands are updating their nailers right now, so that is very nice to see. A lot of nailers had some issues here. We're in the cordless line of nailers. They've been kind of getting through a lot of those issues here very slowly. So as we're seeing the next generation, I'm hoping to see that most brands have a lot of those issues, sorted out very nicely here. We have a brushless telescoping pole pruning shears. That's kind of interesting there. That's going to be, you don't really see that on any gas tools. So that's pretty neat to see when you don't necessarily need to do anything large enough for a pole saw, but you can just use a pruning shears instead. So that's actually a pretty unique kind of battery only tool there. That's pretty awesome to see. Definitely be a very useful tool there. I can definitely see that being used by a lot of different, tree companies very quickly here. All right, we do have a couple other things here. M18, Force Logic single channel Strut Shear Kit. Of course, a very specialized tool for certain industries here. We do have a new brushless high torque impact, which is kind of interesting. You don't really see a lot of those. And notice how we're dropping that little brushless logo on the side there. So I think Milwaukee is finally moving away quickly here from a lot of the brush tools as their bottom end level of tools there. We're kind of just going to go all brushless stuff. Will they get rid of kind of that their good, better, best line? I'm hoping to see that we go to just a better and best line. It would be awesome to see. A lot of brands, they make that good, better, best stuff, and the good stuff isn't really that great at all. So cool to see if they actually get rid of that. They do like, the kind of that more basic look to them, which is, not unusual for Milwaukee, but I hope they do have some type of, battery dampening cushion system on those as well as the fuel tools do. That'd be really nice to see. This is one tool I'm looking forward to, the Packout 15-inch structured tool bag. That looks very cool. Definitely was looking kind of for that for a while. I want like a Packout style bag that is basically fully enclosed. So I'll be picking one of those up for sure when they come out. That is exactly what I've been looking for quite a while. When it comes to, tool storage, I'm a big, Makita guy for a lot of my tools, but Packout is king. There's no getting around that. They make the most amount of stuff, and it's definitely the best quality from what I have tested out to date. So I'm always going to be in Packout. It's just phenomenal. We have a Packout. This is going to be the new 4-drawer. That is awesome. And a 3-drawer with a multi-depth. So we've got a larger drawer, mid-sized drawer, and actually a bigger drawer, and then 2 kind of more mid-sized drawers there as well. So I'm going to see a few different things with the drawer boxes. When it comes to drawer boxes, it's very cool to see that from Milwaukee. They kind of keep listening to everyone's suggestions there. Hey, come with a 4-drawer. Give me a multi-depth drawer. Very cool to see that. I love seeing when brands listen to a lot of their consumers and really come up with new products that they know are definitely going to sell here. So that is awesome. We've also got a roll-on power supply. I think this is this going to be MX fuel or is this gas? I'm not sure. This could be gas here. Oh, it's actually just a battery pack built into there. So it's not M18, it's not MX fuel there. It's purely just going to be something that you're going to plug in and charge from somewhere else and basically go from there. So it's like kind of like an all-in-one generator that just has a big battery in there and then you're good to go. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure that'll be a couple of grand because it's coming from Milwaukee, so that'll be interesting to see there. Lots of, other little accessories here. They got a lot of these new tools coming out that'll be made in the USA. So waiting to hear back on more of the reviews from those. As people get to use those, really get to see how well they're liked. Are they not liked? They definitely are on the pricier side, I will say that. So we're going to see here very quickly. Are they worth the money for the USA tools? Are they not worth the money? That's going to be something very interesting to see here. So let's kind of get to the end of this list here and see what else is on here. Other than the MX Fuel Supercharger, is that last tool on here. We do have some new clothing. They're calling that Free Flex Gridiron. Different kind of clothing here. I've got some of the Milwaukee clothing. I think it's just okay. It's good when you catch it on sale, but at full price, I think it's kind of just meh for full price there, honestly. Of course, we got some new job site earbuds. If you're a diehard Milwaukee fan, go for it, but I'm sure there's plenty of options out there that are going to be cheaper and better anyways. It's kind of how they go from, Milwaukee to DeWalt. They release kind of one of those products, and it's kind of just going to be so-so for the price. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. We got tons of Milwaukee stuff out here. I wish brands like DeWalt and Makita would do these kind of, releases where they just release like a ton of tools at the same time and really get us hyped up here for the holiday season. That said, I'm not sure if these tools will be out in time for Christmas or not, but we'll find out. Hoping to see a lot of the Packout stuff, some of the new, cordless tools should be out by Christmas time, but I don't know. We'll find out here. Hopefully that will be the case, especially the half-inch router is something a lot of people requested for quite a while. That has been, one of those tools that has been, historically corded for forever. So going to a cordless version of it is definitely going to be a very popular option there. So guys, if you know anything else about Forge, let me know in the comments. I've been trying to kind of confirm some stuff here with that, and it's hard to really get a straight answer out of anyone you talk to. But guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day, and stay safe out there.